some opposites that you can think of. There's hot and cold, fast and slow, happy and sad, little and big, open and closed, up and down, and so many more. Over the last 3 weeks, we've been taking a look at the book of Proverbs. We've seen that wisdom is not the same as knowledge, but rather is both knowing God and actively seeking out how to live well in His world. We've also looked at how we can show godly wisdom through our words, using them for good to build others up and tell them about God. Today, in chapter 11 of Proverbs, we read of another set of opposites, pride and humility. When we have pride, we think that we are the most important. We do what we think is right and not think about what God says is right. Pride can be hurtful and destructive to other people and ourselves. Proverbs encourages us to live with humility. Humility is when we seek to live in line with God's desires rather than what we think is right. It means we look to God's plans rather than our own plans because we trust that God is in control. We put others first, not because we think badly of ourselves, but rather that we seek to follow Jesus' example of serving one another and loving them too. When we look at our opposites, we see that the path of pride leads to disgrace and destruction, but the path of humility leads to wisdom. When we seek humility, we're ultimately seeking God's will and God's way. We're trusting in the one who is our ultimate provider and saviour.